everybody. Hey internets. Welcome back to another episode of O-Dub Opens Some Shit. Today, August 11th, 2019, I'll be opening a can of Hazy Jane. I'm also going to open up about my 2020 release experience. I'll opine about Hogaak, and I'll open the standard meta. All 8 cents currently available. So first, this beer, Hazy Jane, is an offering by Brewdog. I don't know if you recall, but in a previous episode, I drank a beer called Jet Black Heart, which is one of my favorites. And this is done by the same brewer. This particular one is a New England style IPA, an unfiltered beer made with oats and wheat. There's some hints of fruit in the flavor, and even though it's an IPA, it isn't crazy bitter. I don't know if you can see the color on that or not. I haven't gotten very good at doing this. Got a nice little head there. Anyways, this bad boy is 7.2%. And if you're fans of an IPA that aren't crazy bitter, give that one a whirl. It's very good. Not as good as Jet Black Heart, but they're different styles. Anyways, now let's jump over to my 2020 release experience. About a month ago, I had the opportunity to play at the Core 2020 release, not the pre-release. I was busy the week before. I think the pre-release was on the 4th of July, or around the 4th of July, and then the release was the following week. So I went to the release anyway, and I got the 6-pack pre-release kit, and of course it also comes with a foil rare with the date stamp, and I got pretty lucky. I snagged myself this rotting Regisaur inside of my pre-release kit. So as soon as I opened up and saw that card in there, I said to myself, wow, I really want to play black. Started cracking my packs, and I had a lot of good black cards, very little in other colors. I actually initially built this before I played, and I was going to do mono black. That's how many good black cards I got. But a couple of the cards were a little weak, and then I had these white cards that balanced with the black real well. So I wound up going 2-color, cut some of the black out, added white, really lightweight on the white. I only wound up with 5 plains inside of the deck. I ran 9 swamps, and then I did open an Evolving Wilds, which of course that's an auto include. So at any rate, so we'll talk about the white real quick. I pulled 2 of these Soul Menders, and they were doing me a lot of great work. I could hold them back for blocking, and then at the end of my opponent's turn, if I wanted to gain life, I could do that. And of course this synergizes with some of the other cards in my deck. So these were key, and they did a lot of great work for me. The Battalion Foot Soldiers were good. I mean, it's 3 mana for a 2/2, and then they go find their buddy. So it thins your deck out and gets you to the better cards you want to draw. I got some removal with Pacifism and Eternal Isolation. And then this Daybreak Chaplain was, every time it hit the board, I had good luck. And so that pretty much sums up the white section of my deck. Now the black section of my deck will start at those 1-drops. You know, I got some Bone Splinters for removal. I got a Sanitarium Skeleton, which was nice. I was able to recur that a few times by returning it from the graveyard to my hand. The Blood Burglars were great. Very aggressive, 2 for a 2/2, and when you're swinging in with it, it has lifelink, which was cool. The surprise card, though, out of my weaker stuff was definitely this Sorcerer of the Fang. The Sorcerer of the Fang wasn't a great early game. I mean, he's got a big butt. He's a 1/3. But late game, that 6 mana, deal 2 damage to an opponent or planeswalker, that can be backbreaking in a stalemate for your opponent. And it was. When this hit the board, people got nervous. I also had a Blood for Bones in there, which let me recur some stuff from the graveyard. Murder for removal, the Barony Vampire. That might have been the weakest card in my deck. And then the Bloodthirsty Airlist. So every time I gain life, this bad boy was getting a +1/+1 counter. And I had the Soul Menders, the Daybreak Chaplain, the Blood Burglars, and I also have the Sorcery for gaining life. So even though I only had one Bloodthirsty Airlist, I got really lucky and it came up a lot. And the fact that it was in the air and it was growing almost every turn was crippling for my opponents. Now, the Rotting Regisaur was obviously, the most awesome part of the deck, and 3-drop. And I'm not going to lie, when this thing hit the board, I won games. And that's probably why, I forgot to mention early on, I went 4-0 with this deck. I won the 2020 release at my LGS with this deck. And that Rotting Regisaur was absolutely one of the key components to winning. When that hits the board, your opponents feel the pressure immediately. I even played against one guy. He pulled the Mythic Chandra, and of course he was running it in his deck. And in 2 of our 3 games, I played my Rotting Regisaur, and then a couple turns later, he was able to play his Chandra, and then he would neg-6 his Chandra, kill his Chandra to get rid of this card. I mean, it's so good it turned that Chandra just into removal. So that did tons of work. And then, my Epicure of Blood would come out on occasion. That did all right. These 2 cards weren't particularly useful. The Vengeful War Chief and the Boneclad Necromancer. This Villas, Broker of Blood, it's a cool card. And I put it in with the dream that maybe I'd get to have an 8-drop on the board. But it never happened. I mean, I had him in my hand a couple times. I don't think I got to cast him once. It's just 8 is so steep, and it just never happened. The Meteor Golem actually managed to trip that out a couple times, which was nice. I mean, it's really expensive removal, but it's any non-land permanent. And then you get a 3/3 body, so it's an answer to an artifact. It's an answer to an enchantment. It's an answer to a creature. It's an answer to a planeswalker. So I definitely, when I saw I had one of those, I had to include that. And it came in handy, and it probably affected some games to where I won them. And then the Heartpiercer bow actually did a lot of work. When that hit the board, I'd normally equip it, and it would enable me to make some pretty good attacks where I was either able to take out a creature and get through my opponent's defenses, or you could do damage to a creature and it may not kill that creature, but now your attacking creature is threatening lethal on that creature if they decide to block. So it definitely let me play a couple mind games. All in all, I couldn't have been happier with this deck. Like I said, I went 4-0 with this. I had a lot of fun. Almost made it mono black because that's how good my black pulls were and how many black cards I had. But ultimately, I think going with that life gain and bringing those Soul Menders and the Daybreak Chaplain in was great. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to another topic. So now I wanted to take a minute and talk to you all about Hogaak. I was watching some Magic coverage recently, and one of the personalities was railing on Hogaak a lot. Like, Pulp Fiction, get the gimp. It was almost annoying, but that wasn't the point. The point is, I've been watching the card, and I went through some recent tournament results. I don't think Hogaak is broke yet. So the Mythic Championship 4, day 1, there was a 21.4% of the decks in attendance represented by Hogaak. But only one Hogaak made it into the top 8, representing only 12.5% at the quarterfinals. And in the finals, Hogaak was nowhere to be found. It was Fernandez Torres with hardened scales and Severin on Mono Green Tron. Spoiler alert, Mono Green Tron won. No Hogaak there. At Star City Games Modern Classic in Philadelphia, I only saw one copy of Hogaak in a dredge deck. That came in 15th place. I don't think there were any Hogaaks anywhere in the top 14. And the Legacy Tournament at Philadelphia, I didn't see any decks that would be running it in the top 16. More recently at Star City Games Columbus, it starts to heat up a little. The Modern Open had 5 Hogaak decks in the top 16, with one of them making it to the finals, facing off against, drumroll, Mono Green Tron. Spoiler alert, Mono Green Tron won. Also at SCG Columbus in the Modern Classic, 2 Hogaak decks made it into the top 16, but a dredge deck did better than them, coming in 6th with only a single Hogaak in it. One of my favorite YouTubers, the Magic Historian, said he didn't think it would get banned because Modern Horizons is still in print and they're trying to sell a product. Given Hogaak's low value and not putting up a big win where it counts, I have to disagree. We've got other cards in the Modern Horizons set, like the Horizon Lands and the Ley Lines and Wrenn and 6, that are going to sell the product no problem. Hogaak's not a huge selling point right now, even though it is a current product. So look, Hogaak is clearly a powerful card, and that is glaringly obvious to people that play Magic regularly. So I think what happens is the players get a collective gaming boner when a new card comes out that is strong on its face, which this is. Hogaak being 25% or 30% or whatever percent of the field doesn't automatically mean the card is OP. It means the card is exciting. It means the meta hasn't figured out how to stop it yet. But until it puts up real results when it matters, I'm not ready to jump on the Hogaak bandwagon. I don't think there's a Hogaak problem yet. So now I'd like to switch over, and we are going to open some packs today. And I think I want to open Dominaria last, and then War the Spark second to last. And then I really like my guilds because I like my shots at my shock lands. This is pretty exciting. And then between these three, I think the least exciting is probably Core 19. So, let's get to opening some packs. Whoa, wait, hold on. Gotta respect the beer. Delicious. I need all kinds of rares. I need all kinds of mythics. I need shit all over the place. So, let's just tear right in. And first up in the uncommons, we have nothing interesting. Oh, yes. Sweet. Holy shit. I needed one of those. Nice. All right. Near mint crucible. Fuck yeah. Hang on. Let me get the rubbers. All right. Got my clear sleeves here. I like the KMC Perfect Fits. And that is a beautiful card. That's a beautiful thing. First hit. Crucible of Worlds. Hot damn. That was not expected. So now we've got Rivals of Ixalan, and not really sure what's worth anything out of this one anymore. Is Rekindling Phoenix out of this set? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is it? Hadana's Climb. That's a fun card. That is a fun card, but certainly not going to be worth anything once it rotates out. I think that card will probably disappear into the halls of Magic history. So Ixalan, maybe I could get a one of those lands, one of the transforms, Wild Growth Walker, Walk the Plank, and Burning Sun's Avatar. And a foil Bishop's Soldier. Alright. Burning Sun Avatar. I think that might be worth a couple dollars. I think that might be... I'll have to look that one up. I think that one might be worth $6 or $7. Alright, so now Core 2020, which I had a lot of fun at that release. We have... Voracious Hydra. I don't think that's worth anything. I probably do need that though. I probably do need that. Voracious Hydra. Man, that Crucible was sweet. That is a great hit. I think that might be up to like 20 bucks. I'll try to go back and add the price in after the fact. So I may have already flashed it up on the screen. But yeah, I think it might be worth like 20 bucks. That made this opening worth it. Because I mean, you think about it, opening 8 packs of cards, it's about 24 bucks to do that, unless you can get them for less than 3 bucks a piece. So I don't have a hookup or anything. I got to buy on the open market just like everybody else. So I'm lucky. Lucky if I can get them for less than $3.33. And, oh yes! Yes! Overgrown Tomb. Fucking Shockland right there. A Crucible and a Shockland. Fucking right, man. All day, every day. All day, every day. I am sleeving you up, buddy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Whew. Man, we are on fire. Alright, let's see. And you know what? I want to see another Shockland. Give me another one, baby. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Here we go. Allegiance. Ravnica Allegiance. Whoops. Alright, here we go. Wilderness Reclamation. Ethereal Absolution. And I don't know... I don't even know if I've heard of that card. What does that do? What does that even do? Creatures you control get +1/+1. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. 4 mana. Exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, that's why I've never heard of it. Alright, War of the Spark, baby. War of the Spark. I still need Liliana, Dreadhorde General. I still need the Nicol Bolas out of this set. It's a lot of hits I need. Those are 2 of the big ones. Alright, here we go. And the rare Blast Zone. Don't know if I actually need that one for my set, but I could certainly use some to play in Standard. So that's a decent hit right there. Super happy with that one. That one gets some protection. That one gets some protection. Whew, man, this is feeling like a good opening. So the last big card I need out of Dominaria is the hero of Dominaria. I'm still missing Teferi. The price has dropped out on him, so I'll probably just wind up buying him. I think he's probably at 18 bucks these days. This was a decent... Wow, this would have been a really good draft pack. Oh. Kamala's Druidic Vow. Did I only get... I only got 2 uncommons. Okay, check this out. It went common, uncommon, uncommon, rare. So I'm missing an uncommon, so I don't know what this means. Alright, so here we go. Arvad the Cursed. Okay, the legendary is the uncommon. Okay, well that pack sucked. That pack sucked. Okay. Well, that was nice. I got me a Blast Zone. I got an Overgrown Tomb. I got a Burning Sun's Avatar. I got a Hadana's... I got a Crucible of Worlds. I couldn't be happier. This was fucking awesome. So, I hope your pulls are always better than mine. And don't forget, Magic will always be the game we remember. I'll see you all next time. Peace out. Double red.